Yes, sir. Hold on, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta try it again. I had some gum in my, I still have gum in my mouth. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's try again. You didn't see that first thing. Take two. Yes, sir. Okay, listen. I feel like you guys can see my gum. I'm gonna spit it out. Take three, final take. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, sir. Ambassador Plays back in the building. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not just well, but swell. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Look, y'all, today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's failure. Again. The game that just keeps on failing. And for some odd reason, they happen to fail the same people that love their game so much so to keep it barely alive on ICU, and time is slowly running out. That is an accurate description of what I feel as though this game has become from what it used to be. Okay, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero dropped a new rank reset, and we have not gotten any news of any new DLC. We also have not gotten patch notes, which means there is no new patch. So they dropped another rank reset, but it is the same version of the previous game that we have been playing for the past few months. Now, usually they drop a patch within a few months. They're like 3 to 4 months apart, if I'm not mistaken. This time, the rank reset dropped when the patches usually drop, because they usually do a patch and a rank reset. This time it was only a rank reset. So we got some gameplay of this rank reset. We got Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta all the way to number 1. Yes, I said it, number 1. And so we're going to be reviewing that gameplay while we also talk about how Sparking Zero has just, you know what? I can tell you better than I can tell you. You never heard that before. Neither have I, because I just said it for the first time. So let's get into the gameplay right now.
He not just entertaining, bro. He holy. But he don't think he above nobody. He lowly. So like and sub to be entertained for days. And join the family of Ambassador Plays.
Oh, the new rank reset is here, man. It's been here for a little while, and nothing is really different. It's kind of unfortunate, man. As a content creator for this game, I love Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I really do. It's a part of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. And it puts me between a rock and a hard place, if I'm being completely honest with you, because I don't want to keep making content bashing the game for what it is. But at the same time, as a consumer of a product, I also don't want to be accepting of lackluster effort. And if I'm being honest, thus far, Sparking Zero has shown a habit of putting forth lackluster effort. And then when things get really bad, they put forth a feasible patch so that they can appease the viewers who are very frustrated and ready to quit the game, just so that the last loyal few still hang on with hope that in the future they will actually treat their audience with love and care and attention and like a real Dragon Ball enthusiast. But things like this make me lose hope. So, what am I gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? I think that a large portion and a large lying share of the blame does belong with the dev teams and the people in charge of actually making the game and facilitating patches and communicating with the Sparking Zero community. I do think in large part that does fall on them. I think that that's where they fall short. That said, we as a community still have influence. We as a community still have choices to make, and we as a community still have power. Okay, so the game has failed. The game has failed us with unbelievable glitches and bugs since the beginning of the release. I really don't want to go down this list, because if you're watching this video, chances are you've been along the journey with Sparking Zero, and this is not your first time hearing anything like this. So what's the point of this video? This video is for a few reasons, okay? This video is, number one, to relate to the audience that I'm hurting just like the rest of you guys. The game has failed us yet again. In a sense, it's very unacceptable. The reason it's very unacceptable is because it's not like Bandai Namco and Spike Chunsoft are oblivious and they've never had any experience with a game like this before. Guys, there is 3 other games outside of Sparking Zero, and so they had a blueprint to build off of, and they chose to do an alternate route. They chose to keep some of the things of BT2 and BT3 and the games like that back in their day that were so popular because they were one of a kind and unique as a part of the Budokai Tenkaichi series. They chose certain things to keep, and then they got rid of a lot of other things, and then they put new things in, and it just seems like they didn't think it all the way through. But that's not even the biggest problem. The biggest problem is a lack of communication, in my opinion. I just don't know how you can keep us sitting around in the dark. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, you've got your money, I get that, but don't stop just because you've got your money. There's still a fan base, there's still an audience, and now I get it. 90% of the player base has dropped off, but there's still that 10% that play this game faithfully, weekly, just like me. Now, yeah, I take breaks. I don't play this game nearly as consistently as I used to. So that's one of the points of this video, man, is to just highlight the failure yet again, and what feels like a tireless cycle, man. A tireless cycle of, oh man, like this game was released in a state that it shouldn't have been released in, and there's no way they released this game like this, and everybody getting fed up, and then a patch comes, and then that cycle takes a shift. The cycle goes from a bunch of complaining to, oh, guess what? We're satisfied. We're satisfied because Bandai is finally giving us what we asked for, dare I say what should have been in the game already. And then they usually drop a patch. The patch will kind of get our attention off of how garbage the game is, along with any DLC that comes out. Again, like I said, I don't want to go down this route again because there's so many videos. I have them on my channel. You can find them on anybody who's still uploading Sparking Zero. You can find the complaints and the critiques, the criticism of this game. So that's not the main focus of this video, but it is a focus. Now, what's the other part, AP? Ambassador Plays. You keep saying it's not the main part. There's other parts. What's the other part? Talk to me. Talk to me. You're not saying nothing. Okay, well, stay with me now. The video is 14 minutes and 4 seconds. You do see that, right? We're only 7 minutes in. Let me cook. Let me cook. All right, the other part, man, let's talk about the community. The community, man. It's not the community fault, man. It's all the devs. We bought the game and we gave them all money and they supposed to not, but nothing. Okay, I hear you, but do you hear me? Are you willing to hear me out? Now listen, I'm gonna drop a reaction video here pretty soon. There's a dude that goes by the name of Air Chucks. Cool dude, and if you haven't seen it already, go to his channel, AIRCHUKS. All right, AIRCHUKS. Go watch his recent video. It's something along the lines of a message to the Sparking Zero community, and he highlighted the second part that we're going to talk about in this video, which is community. We have influence, we have power, we have pull. We're just not using it in the right ways. Long story short, in that video, should I talk about it right now, or is that going to ruin my reaction? You know what? Forget about it. I'm going to talk about it. Okay, in that video, long story short, he highlighted the drop off in the usage rate of the character Whis. Okay, anybody who's been playing this game for any period of time knows that Whis is one of the most toxic. It kind of feels like if you get gonorrhea and then syphilis and then mix it with AIDS and put it all inside of your body. That's what it feels like when you fight against Whis. It feels like you're suffering in the worst way, slowly just losing any life and will that you have to play this game. Okay, and so that used to be a very popular character, and what Air Chucks did is he looked at the usage rates of the most used characters, and the most used characters were Gogeta Blue and Beerus. And then I think Whis was behind them. I forgot exactly where, but he had dropped off significantly. And his reasoning behind this is the fact that everybody closed apps when it got to a point that when people were faced up against a Whis and they were on a regular character or a character that was inferior, which is 90% of the roster in this game is inferior to Whis, they would close application. So what does that mean? That means that the Whis player, with all his cheese, with all of the dairy that he has in his system, because all he knows how to do is cheese, hopefully to God he's not lactose intolerant because he keeps on cheesing that much. I know I'm pressing this issue of cheese, but Whis was really that disgusting in his prime, and he still is. So what happened, this is what, the guy was saying in the video. What happened, he theorizes, is that every time somebody matched up against a Whis, they would close apps immediately. I'm talking expeditiously. I'm talking no hesitation. I'm closing app faster than Usain Bolt can run a 100-meter dash. Do you understand? And so I was one of those people. Yes, Lord. You best believe it. It's so funny. I remember when I was streaming and I would go up against a Whis and close apps, and people in the comments would be like, you're closing apps, you're closing apps. I would look at them and say, yes, Lord. You think I'm about to fight that over and over and over again? No. And so he theorized that the community forced the hand of the meta in this game by, what's the word I'm looking for? Almost bandwagoning. No, bandwagoning is not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? Boycotting. There we go. By almost boycotting Whis since they're closing apps. Now, whoever's using Whis is like, yo, this isn't working. I'm over here trying to cheese more than a milk factory, more than a dairy factory, or whatever it is. Right? I'm over here trying to cheese my soul away, and now I'm not even getting any games. I'd rather use a different character than not get any games. And so therefore, the usage rate of Whis dropped down far lower than it used to be. Now, why do you tell us this, Ambassador Plays? I tell us this to highlight the power that the community has that I think we often don't acknowledge. I think we often overlook the things that we can do because we're so busy complaining about the things Bandai Namco didn't do and the things that Spike Chunsoft didn't do, that we're forgetting there are things that we can do. Amen? Come on, somebody. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is really a video to kind of get you guys to think alongside with me, alongside with Eric Chucks and anybody else that's seen that video. What is it that we can do to add some life into this game? Because clearly, clear as day, I'm talking about clearer than a blue sky in a summer in Texas, okay? It's clear as day that Bandai is not going to put their best foot forward. They've showed us that already. So from this point moving forward, what is it that we can do to make sure that we bring life back into the game? Is there anything else like we can do when we boycotted Whis, theoretically, according to Eric Chucks, to get his character usage rate down? Is there anything else we can do? Because hear me, Ambassador Plays, if having so much more fun now that I don't have to fight Whis and or interrupt my flow of the game just to close applications to avoid making sure I don't fight Whis, right? It's either fight him, get annoyed, lose, like 85 to 90% of the time. If you're fighting a decent player on Whis, pack it up, get ready to go home, pack your bags, you're done, you're finished. You might as well just drop your controller, okay? So it's either you lose against Whis or... Sorry for that buzzing sound in the background. I know it kind of sounded like when somebody gets let out or let into prison. It's actually just my dryer, guys. I'm a free man still. All right, don't worry. What I was saying is that you lose to Whis or you have to close application. Now you interrupt the flow of your game. Gotta wait for the loading screen, open up Spark to Zero, go all the way back to whatever game mode you were playing, and queue in again. Most likely quick match and ranked, right? So guys, the last thing I'm gonna say. Shout out to Dynamic Mowgli and oh my god, please brother, don't kill me, I forgot your name, okay? No, Morrison. Dynamic Mowgli and Morrison, they are hosting the National Spark League, NSL, the National Sparking League, okay? This is a league in which I'm not even fully sure on how it works, but I do know there's a prize pool. There's a prize pool. That means you guys can get some bread, some money, some guap, some moolah, some cheddar, some dope, some paper, some currency for my Anglo-American fellows out there. Okay. Chill out. And so that's a huge point right there, that these are people with lives and jobs and families and responsibilities that chose to do something within the community of Sparking Zero to add life into the game. So that's a perfect example. Listen, I'm gonna wrap this video up now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this got you thinking. Leave me a comment section down below. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below and interact with each other, guys. What do you guys think that we can do? If you need a vent in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the game. How many times has it disappointed you? And do you see any light at the end of the tunnel, or is this mug just a closed, dark, messed up tunnel that's gonna eventually drop off a hill and who knows what? I don't know. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear it. Jesus loves you. I love you too. It's been Ambassador Plays, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.